Christmas, so I do hope that you are hanging in there. And if you are not, know that you are not alone. And if you are having a harder time than usual, then I hope this video can help relax and calm you down at least just a little bit, just a little bit, 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 a little bit. So, today, in honor of the holiday season, I am going to be over-explaining two gingerbread houses that I have in my possession. One of which I made, and one of which my roommate made. Now, I'll just give you a little trigger warning. They're kind of scary. At least mine is. I look at mine and it's kind of a mess. But we'll get into that. It was a fun little activity that a group of us did. And we had maybe a little bit too much fun with one of the candy items that was available for decoration. And I had no idea that they make these, but apparently they do. They are large gummies of Shaq's face, like Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player. And so we kept trying to find fun ways to incorporate Shaq on our gingerbread house. Mine is just creepy, to be honest with you. But there were some folks who did a really great job with it. One person had a Shaq snail on their roof. Another person had an outline of Shaq with a candy basketball hoop and basketball. Someone made Shaq Bunzel coming from the chimney, so the Shaq head with long Twizzler hair. Very creative, but you're not going to see any of that with my particular house or my roommates. But they're still fun to look at and to show off, and again, I think to explain. Again, just in honor of the holiday season. Wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do for today's video. If I wanted to tell a Christmas story or like read an actual book to you. I couldn't quite land on something, and then I realized that we did this yesterday. And that could be a fun, different way to chat and check in with you. So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a little bit crinkly, but I'll try my best to keep it relaxing. Okay, so we're gonna start with my gingerbread house, and then I'll show you my roommates, because why not? One sec. Okay. So, here is my gingerbread house, and I'm gonna show you all the different sides, okay? But we're gonna start out by looking at the front here. I know it's a lot to take in, but don't worry, we're gonna get through it together. Okay. So first, off to the side here, you'll see what is very clearly and very obviously a tree. Okay, so we've got some Sour Patch. It's like a belt, it's like a long belt. And it's all the different colors of the rainbow. There's actually two belts if you'll look closely. One, two. And I'll just share the colors that you can probably see, but we've got green, blue, yellow, orange, and red. And same thing on the second rainbow belt. We've got green, blue, yellow, orange, and red again, okay? So I took some icing, and I layered the two belts to give it some height, because a tree typically has some height to it, okay? And also to hold together the edges, I added the glue there as well, right? Because it's just a long strand, a long belt, and so I needed them to hold together like a tree trunk. And then of course at the top, we've got the top of the is a Hershey's Kiss, which is probably the one thing off of this entire assortment here that I would consume. This to me, I don't think I would enjoy. I can just see so much sugar, and I get a lot of people would probably really like that. Totally cool. I am a chocolate gal, so there's not much on here that I would eat other than like the chocolate kisses. Maybe I'll eat that at the end, I don't know, but anyway, so this is the chocolate slash Sour Patch tree in the front yard of my gingerbread property. Okay, some real craftsmanship, as you can see. Now, moving to the front yard, you can see the crown jewel, which is Shaq, the Shaq head. Let's get a close-up of that. Hold on. There you go. So, it is a blue gummy Shaq head with two, I think they're called snow cap eyes. You'll also notice there's quite a bit of frosting around Shaq's head. That is because I initially tried to make a Shaq wreath where I layered Twizzler around his head. Unfortunately, it wouldn't stay. I tried many times and it just didn't happen. So now it's more like if you imagine like a deer head on the wall. That's kind of what it's serving. Much more of a statement piece than a holiday wreath or memento. But I think that just makes it more special. Okay, and then moving downwards here, we've got our little door. It's ajar currently. It is ajar. It's open, and I've got lots of little candies, which we're gonna see more of. But I've got a circular green candy on the front door, and it's teeny tiny. You can't see this part, but it does say Jill. The little candy on the door says Jill. So when you look at the door, it says CHILL. Okay, and it's in all caps, which to me it doesn't give chill or relaxing. It's a little intense. But I like it nonetheless. Okay, and then we've got two candy gummies at the bottom on either side of the door. This little pink gummy here, I think is a dog or a bear. It's hard to tell. And then we've got this little yellow gummy off to the side, and that is a teeny tiny little yellow snowman. And then off to the sides here, on the angles of the A-frame, we've got some twisted braided Twizzlers. Some Twizzlers, but they're like the mini Twizzlers, or they're not really mini. They come in like lots of strands, but you can peel them apart. So I peeled apart two for each side of my A-frame here. If that makes sense. So that is the front of the gingerbread house. And let me just give a very quick shout out to my friend who made all of these gingerbread houses from scratch. We decorated them at her house, but she baked the gingerbread, assembled. Sorry, there's a plow truck going by. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but she assembled, after baking, all of the gingerbread houses, and she made 11 of them, just like this, but blank, right? A blank canvas for us all. And I just think that's really incredible. It was like Santa's workshop over at her house, so shout out to her, because I never ever would have done on store-bought, but she did a great job. And the A-frame was a request. I forget from who, but somebody was like, oh, you should make an A-frame this year. She does this every single year, which I just think is nuts, but she enjoys it. Okay, so moving to the next side, which is my favorite side, I think. Because first and foremost, we've got Santa, and he's going down the chimney, okay? And so if you look closely, you'll see that Santa is a peep. A peep. You know, those like little Easter peeps that you typically only see during Easter time. What are they? They're like little ducks and bunnies, I think. And they're just like big gooey marshmallow. That's what this is, but in gingerbread form. So technically it's not Santa, but I'm calling him Santa. It's gingerbread Santa. And as you can see, the Hershey's Kiss makes a return, and he is wearing it as a Santa hat. I thought that was pretty creative on my part, and for whatever reason, I wanted to give him a little candy cane, like a walking cane. I don't know why. I don't know that he needed it, but I like it. So that's all stuffed into the chimney with care. It did take some time to squish him in there because, again, the marshmallow is pretty thick. But it did happen. It did end up happening. So that is probably my favorite part of this side. And then you can see I very meticulously placed some green and red M&Ms in the shape of a heart. Okay. And let's count how many because I'm not sure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've got 17 M&Ms. 17 M&Ms. Odd number. I don't really love that, but that's okay. Then we've got 2 Sour Patch strings. I think they're Sour Patch. Don't quote me. I don't know because I didn't eat it and I'm not going to. But they're like a lime green, which I appreciate. And then we've got, oops. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the like hard candy tablets. Like, what do you even call these? I don't know. I just imagine you bite into it and it tastes like dusty chalk. But there's different colors and different sayings on them. So let me read those to you. In purple, we've got proud and leader. In blue, we've also got proud and savvy. In yellow, we've got humble. In green, we've got edgy. And in red, we've got fancy. So, pretty interesting. And if you look closely, you'll notice some pink snow has fallen from the sky and is piling up along the A-frame. And the pink snow is actually just a pink, it's just a pink wafer, which I crumbled up into a million tiny little pieces into a bowl, and I just scattered along the edges this cute little pink dusting of snow. So that's what we did. And I do also just want to highlight the top of my A-frame because it took so long to do. I'm going to try to do this as quietly as possible. You can see that we've got a colored string, a multicolored string, ranging from blue to green to yellow to blue again. There you can kind of see it. It took me way too long to make that happen. That was the first thing I did. And I was like, this gingerbread house is never going to be finished. But I like it. I like those colors, and I just thought it was cute. side of the chimney, you'll see another rainbow belt that was previously seen in the rainbow chocolate tree in the front yard. So I just liked the way it looked, and I just pasted it up right on the back of the chimney, just for aesthetic purposes only. Okay, and then we've got lots more snow caps, which you can see this very elegant sort of design here on the side. Let's count how many snow caps there are. Let's count how many snow caps there are. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We've got 16 snow caps, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these jelly-like green and red gummy chews. I don't know what they are. They do actually look pretty good. I do love a fruit snack, but I forget what they're called. And then here is a piece of the wafer that I didn't crush up so that I could make a window. But you can see towards the bottom here, we've got more pink snow, crushed up wafer snow. So pretty good, pretty good. I've been wondering if this sounds nice to tap. Not bad, right? Wow, that sounds a lot harder than I feel like it should. I feel like I never tap on things, which is weird, as someone who does ASMR, but that's the sound of Shaq's forehead. Hear that? That's all Shaq. Okay, let's move to the back of the house now. Okay, so towards the bottom here, you'll notice a very thick candy cane, but without the hook part. It's just sort of straight, which I liked because it was the appropriate size to fit the back bottom of this A-frame. And then sitting on the top, we've got 3 more gummy friends, not 1, not 2, but 3 gummy friends. And I think they're all cats. It is so hard to tell. Something cute and animal-like, that's all I can tell you. And then we've got 2 green M&Ms and 2 snow caps on either side of this little window hole here. And it's hard to tell, but on the snow caps right underneath are shutters. They're window shutters made of gingerbread, which I think is a nice touch. Right above, we've got another one of those dusty, chalky looking candies. It's purple, and it says funky. It says F-U-N-K-Y. Funky. And at the very top here, you see that, we've got a small Twizzler sort of rolled up into a wannabe wreath, but it's not really. It's its own thing. It's its own thing completely. So that is my house. That is my house. What do you think? Is it terrible? I think it's kind of hideous. But it was made with a lot of love and a lot of time and care. And let me just count the items here on the back. We've got frosting on the back that was holding it into the tree, which the tree is now been chopped down. But cheers. I hope that you're enjoying the relaxing sounds of my jaw, aka my TMJ. Okay. Moving on. I'm gonna grab my roommate's house now. So this is my first time seeing her so close up. Hard to miss, but I'd first like to point out Shaq here on the gingerbread peep. So Shaq's head is literally just on the gingerbread head/body. What a nice way to welcome you to the home. He's just sitting right out there waiting for you. Isn't that nice? Isn't that reassuring? Okay. And then we've got this little Rainbow Road. I wonder if that is a Mario Kart reference. I'll have to ask her. But as you know, big fan of the Sour Patch belt. I used 3 on my house. So I like that, and then I like on the side here. Looks like she put up a little rainbow flag. So a lot of nice uses of the rainbow here. And then the door I think is really cute. She outlined it with some Twizzler. And we've got candy canes on either side. So it truly does feel like Christmas, I think. And then we've got some nice little sprinkles that I presume are snow because it's right next to these little white balls, which it's giving snowman. I think this is a snowman with some snow here at the bottom. So a really nice entrance, a very nice front yard. And then we've got a cute little, I think this is a little penguin here at the top, just above the window, which I think is quite lovely. So that is the front of her house, and you can see the top is very cool as well. More of those little gumdrops, the green and red gumdrops. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little gumdrops. And then on the side of the A-frame, we've got, this is interesting, we've got but 1 gumdrop, and I have to wonder if the other 4 got lost in transit, or perhaps they were consumed early, or even if it could be a little bit of both. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it. But again, just ending here at the front yard, I really do like that. I like to admire all of the colors, and again, the rainbow road. Very cute, very cute, very cute, very cute. I'm a big fan. And I know that she probably will eat everything off of that house, so I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. But that's what I've got by way of gingerbread house. It was a fun little competition. Though if we were ranking them or rating them, mine would not have won. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Let me see. I know there's a better way to do this, but we're keeping it really casual today. So let me see if I can pull up on my phone some of the other shacks that were featured. I think it'll just be easier that way for me. Okay, so here is the snail shack on my friend's house. So funny. Let's see. Oh wait, was that? That was before he had bangs. This is when my friend added bangs to shack. Which of course I love. I'm biased because I just got my bangs again. So there's kind of a resemblance if you look closely enough. Hold on. Ooh, 1 second. If you look really close and you squint, you can kind of see the resemblance. So that's one of them. And then here we've got Shackbunzel. I mean, the hair just goes on for miles. It's incredible. Here is Shaq playing basketball on the side of the house. So again, I mean, creativity off the charts. My friends are very talented. And then you saw mine and my roommates, so kind of funny. I don't know, I didn't get pictures of all of them, so I don't know what the others looked like, but those were some of my favorites. But tell me if you have made gingerbread houses this year, or if you do ever. I sometimes do, and I sometimes don't. It depends on the year. I could do without it, but it's sort of a fun activity to do with friends or family. If you're just looking for something to pass the time, that's how I feel about it. So, yeah, it was nice. We got together and had a little holiday shindig and played some games and ate a lot of food, which was awesome. And then, of course, spent some time with gingerbread house making. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what your traditions are, what you're up to this holiday season. I'm sure I will be doing another video about my experience, or maybe we'll do another haul. People seem to like those, so yeah, we'll figure something out. But let me know what else you want to see before the end of the year. It's crazy that that's already happening, that it is today, December 22nd. I don't know how that happened, but as is the case when it is 4:00 p.m., it's starting to get dark. I'm losing light in here, so I probably will wrap this video up, but please do let me know what else you want to see, holiday-wise or otherwise. I will do my best to get to them, and I promise I will be getting to your comments soon. I have been seeing them, I just haven't had a chance to answer them, so please know that I will be doing that probably this next week while I am taking a little bit of break